The world has seen many wonders. This one remains a spectacle. A frog bigger than a human foot, the size of a newborn baby, weighing over 3.5 kilograms, found just in Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea.
The first time I saw a Goliath frog was in 2016. We were actually coming back from our routine conservation actions from the Liberian highlands, where we stumbled on these large frogs by the roadside. They were so large that they got our attention. I was particularly attracted to the frog because of the size and the condition under which the frog was. This frog was being sold by the highway by hunters, and it brought bitter memories of how chimpanzees disappeared from our village through hunting. At that time, I told myself that it may have been late for the chimpanzees and the monkeys in my village, but it is certainly not going to be late for these frogs. My name is 𝗙cie-𝗋𝗿𝗁. I'm the founder and executive director of Voice of Nature, VoNat. I'm a conservationist and a journalist. Though the biggest frog on earth, it makes the lowest noise. So it's an inspiration for me to know that it is not necessarily the noisemakers that are the greatest people. So I just love the frog for its size and its quiet nature.
The world's largest frog is vanishing before most of the world even knows it exists.
They are hunted for pet traits and also for domestic consumption because community members believe that it helps the pregnant women to easily give birth and to give birth to healthy children. The second threat is pollution of their habitats. Through agricultural activities, there is a lot of chemical farming happening around the habitats. There is also deforestation. This prompted us to, first of all, start raising the consciousness of the host communities about the ecological importance and the conservation importance of this frog. So we immediately started a mass education and sensitization campaign, citizen science program with the children, and the children were able to educate their parents and raise the consciousness of why these frogs should be conserved. So with the consciousness already raised amongst community members, we decided that we should engage the community members in a participatory mapping program, which involves working together with key community members to map the different habitats of the Goliath frog and the threats that are associated to each of these habitats. We also moved beyond just mapping these threats to presenting these threats in a stakeholder meeting that brought together local leaders, traditional leaders, and hunters. Community members themselves were able to sit for the very first time in different groups to identify solutions that are contextually appropriate, solutions that they agree with and they identify with. So for the very first time, we have solutions that are coming from the community members, not from conservation organizations and not from researchers.
La non-construction de pression à huile, du palme à bordure des cours d'eau et de pas aussi orienter les fosses septiques dans les cours d'eau.
Initially, community members were not receptive. They were rather repulsive to the idea. And you know, to do this kind of community participatory mapping program without the consent and involvement of community members would have been very challenging. So we needed to be patient with the community members, consulted the right sources, and they then opened their doors. Remove the Goliath frog from that community, and I can tell you that the cases of malaria is going to increase, because being a large frog, it means that it consumes a lot of mosquitoes and other insects, reducing insect-borne diseases. With the strategy we have in place and the different partners we're already consulting, we see that in the next 5 to 10 years, we are going to have so many Goliath frogs in the different rivers. We are going to have community members taking the front line in conserving this Goliath frog.
Join us in conserving the world's largest frog.